What's up, affordable Armory folks? Today I've got another video for you. I'm going to be comparing a couple of pistol lights. So first up, we've got the Streamlight Tlr-2. This light's been around for a few years, and it's been on at least two of my guns that I know of. And so I've had this for quite a while. And then I've got a couple that I have not had for very long, and I'm just going to show those real quick. The OLight PL2 Mini Valkyrie. This thing is pretty awesome, and we'll get into that here in a little bit. So there it is, the OLight PL2 Mini Valkyrie. And last but not least, we have one of the industry's little favorites right now, the InForce APLc. So I'll put links down below where you can pick these up. Also, don't forget, head over to affordable-armory.com and pick up some swag. It helps support the channel. Alright, so let's get into the video. Alright guys, we're in my bedroom again, and I'm going to demonstrate these pistol lights in nighttime conditions inside my house. So, first up is the Streamlight Tlr-2, 125 lumens. There it is. So, not bad. It's got a very definite hot spot, and then a big old larger spot around it. But I mean, this definitely do the job. 125 lumens doesn't sound like a lot, but I mean, look how bright that is. It's very easily covers up the light there, the light switch, I should say. When you put it on white, I mean, it's covering up white. So there's that. Next up, we'll do the InForce APLc. This is 200 lumens. There you go. So a much larger hotspot, very visibly brighter than the last one, and again, it's got the hotspot in the center, but it's also got the much larger spot where it throws. So there it is. And we'll end it with the OLight PL2 Mini Valkyrie. And that is what you get with 600 lumens. It's kind of hard to tell, but that is significantly brighter. Alright, so I'm outside, and I'm going to compare the three lights I've already mentioned. I'm going to start with the Streamlight Tlr-2. Here we go. There you go. That's what 125 lumens looks like. Not too bad. Could be better, but not too terrible. Next up is the InForce APLc. This is 200 lumens. There you go. So you can see that's got a much better throw to it. It's brighter all the way around. The hot spot is brighter, and it is much broader. So it throws much better. Last but not least, we will do the OLight PL2 Mini Valkyrie. And there that is. And you can see what a huge difference that is. That is 600 lumens versus 200 lumens or 125 lumens. So pretty big difference. Alright, so here we are at the workbench. We've got these three lights in front of us. Here's the InForce APLc, the Streamlight Tlr-2, and the PL2 mini Valkyrie from OLight. We'll talk about price first. So typically your Streamlight is going to be your cheapest. This light has been around longer than the others. There's newer versions of this. There's the TLR1, which seems to be more popular, or the TLR1 HL, which I'm not sure how many lumens it is, but it's way more than this. It's either 600 or 800, maybe even 1,000. I'm not sure. It's also more expensive. I went with this one years ago because it was, I think I got it for like 75 bucks or something. But I just looked up on Amazon. They're going for $80, I think it was, 78 something. So 75, 80 bucks for the TLR3. The InForce is going to run you about 85, maybe $90. So just a little bit more expensive, but you also get 200 lumens versus 125. And then the most expensive one is the PL2 Valkyrie. However, so this thing lists for about $90, but OLight does sales on these all the time. Like all the time. They're always having sales on their various lights. If you sign up for their email listings, you'll get notifications. Or if you subscribe to a bunch of gun channels on YouTube, then you probably see they all put out videos on the OLight because OLight does sales. So, but it lists for $90, but you can get it for like $60, which is awesome because 600 lumens for $60. That's a heck of a deal. So, price-wise, everyday price-wise, the TLR3 wins. But overall price, if you can wait, the OLight wins. And then the APLc is SOL. Ha! See, I threw an acronym in there. As far as reliability, Streamlight has a great reputation. My EDC flashlight is a Streamlight, has been for years. They were first known as like the poor man's Surefire, but I think they have since moved on from that reputation and made a name for themselves in their own right. They make good stuff. They really do. So I would say that's pretty good. And InForce has been around for a couple years that I know of. These are becoming really popular lights on pistols, mostly because, I mean, they're just streamlined. Like the shape of it is just really nice compared to these other ones. Now the Streamlight is kind of a plasticky material. The InForce here is an even lighter plastic material, and the OLight is pretty much all metal. And OLight is they're fairly new to the game, but they're also making a name for themselves. Their thing is this right here. So we'll move on to the next part, is batteries. So the OLight is unique out of these three because it is rechargeable. It comes with a USB recharging cable. This little thing here is magnetic, and on the other end is a USB cable. So you slap the little round magnet on there and plug the other end into a computer or USB wall socket or what have you and charge it. And then when it's fully charged, while it's charging, this light here will be red, and when it's fully charged it'll turn green. The APLc uses a CL2 battery, which is not so common. You can find them, but they're not extremely common. And then this guy uses CR2. I would prefer it be a CR123 battery because it's a little bit more common, but that's, I don't know, CR2 is okay, I guess. It works. They do the job. I have yet to have to change the battery in this one anyway. I've had this one for almost 5 years now, I think. Not that I'm like all the time using it. I mean, that's the thing about these, is you're not really using a pistol light all that often. I mean, you might use it in a training class, you might use it if you're practicing in your house, but aside from that, you don't really use these lights that often. So I can't quote your run times off the top of my head, but it kind of doesn't matter, to be honest. I mean, same thing with this one. You know, it's fairly new to me, but I don't expect to have to replace that battery anytime soon. And the OLight, well, I won't ever have to replace the battery. So OLight wins. As far as how they feel, man, the OLight is, like I said, it's all metal construction, so it's a tank. It's kind of heavy versus the other two. I would say the APLc is easily the lightest of the three. So I'm gonna go with ergonomics. The APLc is the winner. Let's talk about how they mount. So this is going to be one that kind of separates them. So the InForce, this version will fit on just about any pistol that has a Picatinny rail, except a Glock, because the Glock doesn't use a standard Picatinny rail. If you watch my video on this light in particular, you'll also know that it doesn't fit on the Taurus G2C. I'm guessing that the other model, the APLc made for Glocks, will fit. So this one will fit just about any pistol, but if you want one for a Glock, you have to buy a whole other model for the Glock. That kind of sucks, because this thing's already, you know, $80, $85, whatever. Make sure you get the right one for the model of pistol that you are going to put it on. Alright, so here it is on the Walter Creed. Looks pretty good. Fits well. Here it is on the Taurus G2C, and can't really tell from the picture, but it does not fit. This is it on the Sig Sauer P320. This is the gun that it's going to live on. And here I tried it on the Glock, and you can see it does not work right at all. The Streamlight here, it comes with all of these different mounts, and see there's this little insert right here, and it says E on it. So this is the E mount, because I originally had this on my Smith & Wesson M&P. That's the mount that it uses. It came with like 5 or 6 of these things, and it has this chart that shows you that which one will fit on which gun. So it is kind of cool that this one light will fit on so many pistols, but at the same time it's really confusing, because you can't just take it off and then throw it on another gun. You have to take it off and then be like, okay, which mount do I need for, you know, this new gun that I decided I want to put it on. And I can tell you, I've had this thing, like I said, for about almost 5 years. I have no idea where the other mounts are. So this thing is pretty much only going on an M&P, and if it happens to fit on another pistol, cool. If not, I guess I'm kind of screwed, because I have no idea where those other mounts are. I really don't. I probably have them somewhere, but who knows. Okay, so here you can see the Streamlight mounted on a couple different guns, starting with the Glock. Here it is on the Stoeger STR9. Here it is on the Walter Creed. Here it is on a Smith & Wesson SD9. And here it is on the Sig Sauer P320. Now the OLight comes with everything you need in the box. So you can see that GL right there. It comes ready to mount on a Glock. But it also comes with, grab it here, this guy right here. You can see it says 1913. What is 1913, you ask? Well, that's your standard Picatinny rail mount. So a lot of you probably already knew that, but if you didn't, 1913 is what they call a Picatinny rail. So all you have to do, take out those two screws, pull that bar out, put the other one in, screw it on, and then it'll go on any gun except for a Glock. If you want to put it on a Glock, leave it on the Glock rail. Alright, so here it is mounted on a Glock. Looks pretty good. Here it is mounted on a Sig Sauer P320. Looks pretty good on that gun. Here it is on a Smith & Wesson SD9. Still looks pretty good. There it is on the Walter Creed. I actually think it looks really good on the Walter Creed. And here it is on the Stoeger STR9. Fits that gun very nicely as well. Versatility wise, the OLight is the clear winner. This one you have to buy a whole separate light to put it on a different gun, and this one is just confusing as far as putting it on various different guns. So that kind of sucks for the Streamlight. OLight's the winner there. Last but not least, we'll talk about how they mount. So the APLc has a screw right here, and so you just kind of thread this onto the rails of your pistol, and then once it's in line, you stick the screw through there and you screw it in. Pretty self-explanatory. This works kind of similar, except instead of pulling the screw out, you unscrew it, and then this, as you can see, I mean, I unscrewed it all the way on accident, but it loosens and tightens. So you just make you a loose rail, slide it into place, and then it'll lock in. Once it's locked in, you hold it there and you tighten it down, and it'll stay in place. So I actually like the screw on this one better, because it's you know, I can turn it with my two fingers and then stick a coin or something in there to tighten it down, whereas the APLc, you got to use an actual flathead, and that thing goes all the way in there flush, and then it looks really nice because it's flush, but just a little bit not as easy to mount. And then you got the OLight, which this is kind of cool. So it just I mean, boom, on there. So it's got a I can't think of what that's called, but you guys can see what that's doing, right? I mean, it's, you know, pull it apart, slide it on, it'll close to it, and then when you want to tighten it down, boom, clamp it down. I mean, that's super simple, guys. Slide it on, clamp it down, boom, your light's on there. How easy is that? So winner is the OLight. So if I had to pick a winner of all these three, I'm gonna go with the OLight. 1, because it's rechargeable, you don't have to find batteries for it. 2, because it's easy to mount. 3, because it comes with everything you need to mount it on multiple pistols. 4, because it's metal construction, so it's going to be more rugged than the other ones. I guess, yeah, if I had to pick one of these three to buy again, it'd probably be the OLight. The only thing I don't like is these paddles are downward push versus an inward push. Like, well, the Streamlight's also a downward push, but it's more, I guess, intelligently designed. I don't really know how to describe that, but it feels more natural. Whereas this one, when I first put it on, it looks similar. The paddles look similar, just smaller to the APLc, and I was trying to squeeze it, and I was like, why isn't it working? And then I eventually realized, oh, you push down. Okay. So If I had to give one downside to the OLight, that would be it. But other than that, all three of these lights are really good. Don't have a complaint about any of them. They're more than sufficient, as you can see from the footage, as far as using indoors to clear a house. 125 lumens is plenty, and 200 lumens is really nice. 600 lumens, you're going to blind some people, maybe even blind yourself. You should probably be careful about that. As a matter of fact, I almost wish they made this at like 400 lumens or 300 lumens. If they had that as an option, I would probably buy it, because 600 is pretty bright. There you have it. OLight is the winner, but all three of them are very good, affordable options. So there you go, guys. There's a couple of different options for pistol lights if you're looking for one. The winner in this case, the OLight PL2 Mini Valkyrie, 600 lumens and rechargeable. It's a pretty awesome little light. So again, there'll be links down below where you can pick yours up. Head over to affordable-armory.com and pick up some swag, help support the channel. Follow us on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and of course subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click that little bell so you get notifications when we post a video every Monday, in case you were wondering. All right, that was a mouthful. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.